Hello and welcome, my name is Lynx. And we are playing Spirit Sisters. It's chapter 23, not a god. Chapter 23, which I also think is the last chapter. And if it's not, then we are still approaching the end. Let us continue. I'm in a way better mood today, somehow. Maybe because I barely slept. So yeah. The sisters are seen sitting within the confines of the lecherous nun's private room. For a private room, it has way many places to sit. Within the center of the room held a rose-colored couch. Where exactly in the center, supposedly? That the pair of girls sat on at a marginal distance from each other, both sitting on opposite ends.
What is going on? This day is without a doubt the most sinful day I've ever had.
I mean, considering your mind and where it wanders all the time, I would not trust what you are just stated.
First I got in public wearing the skimpy lifting outfit. Next thing I know, Nessa is shoving her tongue down my throat.
Yeah, I mean, no matter how much of influence a demon of lust had on her, this is just ridiculous. Let's face it, nobody would want Hibiki. Nobody. Did I say I'm in a better mood?
What the hell is going on?
Hibiki thinks to herself as a crimson... How do you not know? Like, how dumb are you to not know what is going on? Hibiki thinks to herself as a crimson blush covers the center of her face. On the other side of the couch, Wendy is dealing with her own inner dilemma.
How long is this drug's effect going to last? My head's still spinning. Let me think. I was just on the club floors and we saw Lilith.
Dude, again, I can't get over the fact that you didn't listen to me and you drank that stupid drink. What is wrong with you?
But after that, me and Hibiki...
At the recollection of how she had defiled the young sister. Yeah. Wendy's face is immediately flushed with a crimson blush.
Anyways, Hibiki said that demon has to be possessing Lilith to some degree. How the hell are we supposed to draw a demon out of a host?
Punch her. I would say punch her.
I could call in the spirits for aid, but dealing with the demon might be pointless if we don't have the book.
But wouldn't the book be somewhere in here? Just asking. That would be my guess, considering Lilith was supposedly in possession of the Gospel of Lust, which I stated might have also contributed to the fact that she got possessed by the demon of lust. Which means that demon is quite sneaky, you know, getting the thing that supposedly will make it perish in its own possession. That's quite sneaky. Quite clever. Something Hibiki would never thought definitely of. Anyway, at the thought of the gospel crossing her mind, Wendy looks over to the still blushing young nun.
Hibiki, the gospel, where do you think it is?
The effects of the sinister still notably linger off the older girl as she tries to take hold of the situation. Still not shaken from her own trance, Hibiki fails to respond to Wendy's question. Who cares?
Hibiki, don't ignore me.
Wendy says, taking a moment to lean over to the shy nun. I read, you told us that they are pretty far away. How in the world are they literally face to face, like millimeters away? Feeling the individuals getting closer to her, Hibiki is jolted out of her inner trance.
Yes.
The girl says, only realizes the girl's face is only centimeters away from her. Her bold and azure-colored eyes stare directly at her bright silvery ones. Wendy's face still has a notable blush on it, to it. Her raised body hit, making its way over to the sister's personal space. Hibiki can't help but recall the last instance that Wendy's face was this close to hers. And at that recollection, she's left as a flustering mess.
Onissima, please get hold of yourself! We need to circle the scene, for heaven's sake!
I mean, not like your presence will help at that, you are useless, so like... Hibiki, you say we, but you contribute like less than 0.01%, so... Anyway, Hibiki says trying her best to shake Wendy to her senses. The kiss they shared earlier was far more intimate than she ever expected, who cares? In the short time they'd known each other, Hibiki had often dreamed about locking lips with her precious Onessima, but those fantasies didn't stand a candle to how intimate the actual experience had been. Nobody cares. Her body had reached a high it had never experienced before. She was sure she wasn't being influenced by Destiny's power like the former, but the indisputable fact that the older woman's sex appeal had gotten her body feeling so hot, and again, nobody cares. From her curves to her flawless looks to those beautiful blue eyes, she could just lose herself, and now added to the young girl's collection how notably soft the woman's plump lips actually were, and we don't need to know that! Can we just move on? It goes without saying it's an experience she'll never forget for the rest of her life. Hopefully a short one! Did I really say that?
Hibiki! Yes! The book! Find the book, you useless trash! The book! Does she mean the gospel?
What else would she mean? The Lord of the Rings books? Jesus Christ, Hibiki! Get your head out of the gutter! That might be too late for that, but... Before she could ponder anymore on this, the doors to the club's private sectors slid open, revealing the sinful nun in all her glory. Her hands accompanying a bottle of wine with 2 glasses. Don't freaking drink it. Isaac? What? Okay, you messed up with the name big time over here.
I hope it didn't keep you waiting. I thought you were going to restart it without me.
An onlooker would most likely presume they were about to kiss, since Wendy still had her face pressed against the formers. Realizing this situation, they caught themselves in again. The two immediately retract their faces from each other.
Oh no, we're just... Wait, I just...
Yes, tell her. Hibiki attempted to defend herself, but eventually sees no point in doing so.
Like I said, darling, there is no need to defend yourself here, I understand.
Liv says this before sitting between the pair of the couch. At the same time, she places the bottle of wine on the table along with the glasses.
It's my purpose in this world to manipulate and influence the last in this world. I mean, isn't last just amazing?
No.
The feeling of want and desire that cannot be let out through physical matters?
No, it's not. Hibiki is notably nervous in the situation, takes a notable gulp.
Yeah, last is just amazing.
Why would you say that? What is wrong with you? I know everything, but... I will still have to ask. Like, what a pointless question. She asks... and by that I mean she says awkwardly. Lilith then turns her head to look directly at the timid sister.
Hey, I feel like I recognize you from somewhere.
The woman says with a curious face drawing up on her. Hibiki starts to feel a little defensive at this.
Oh, I don't think so.
She had felt that she and Wendy had done a good job at dressing themselves up today. I mean, not to the point where you wouldn't be recognized, like, come on. The dress and makeup basically acting as disguises. It didn't work. I can recognize without problem the both of you. The sister usually only ever wore her renowned outfit, so she's not exactly used to showing off her body at this degree. She could only pray that the sister beside her doesn't recognize her, even though they only had a few interactions with one another.
No matter, I'm sure you've just visited this club before. Yes, that has to be it!
Ooh, you are lying. Ooh, that's a sin.
Well, in that case, why don't we get started, shall we?
No, Liv says with her hand reaching over to the wine bottle.
If she makes me drink that wine, I'll be the same trans as Onesama.
If both sisters are under the scene's full influence, then there is nothing they'll be able to do. And why would you say sisters? They are not sisters. I know the title, but I refuse to accept Hibiki as being part of the title. Before the woman's hands could reach the bottle, the blue-haired lady to her right quickly snatches it from the table. Wendy is seen chugging down the end of the bottle. Oh! Not letting her single drop go to waste. What is wrong with you? Oh my god, you're such a dumbass as well! You'd just make Lilith drink all of it. Why would you? Dude, my disappointment right now. Putting black down? No, it's back down. On the table, the even redder girl lets out a loud burp to extricate her sudden bold action. That was not loud, I know. I literally have no fuel to do it. And now we can tell that Wendy is definitely not from Poland. Bottle of wine would make you drop like that's crazy.
My, you must have been a lot faster than I gave you credit for. Why don't I go back and get us another bottle? Excuse me.
Liv says, standing on her feet and exiting the private room. Once again, the pink-tinted room was occupied by the two colorful damsels. So, in this situation, I would suggest, Wendy, make yourself throw up. Anyway.
Why do you do that? Drink more of that lecherous poison might kill you.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far, but...
Sure, I do drink it, sir.
That's so stupid of a reason. Wendy says this with her eyes closed, trying to fight back the alcohol's stronger influence. Girl, why are you not thinking to throw it up? I can't. Like, I just can't.
Onesama! You're so impulsive, just like before!
Dude, I feel like Wendy being around Hibiki, you know, causes her to lose any kind of intelligence as well at this point.
Alright, the gospel, but could she have hidden it?
I guess it's in the center over here, like, over there, whatever that is. He takes one to close her eyes and call forth the lesser spirits, which she probably won't be able to. The gospels were inscribed with sacred texts by the god of knowledge, Thoth.
I should be meticulous for frequency of the energy. If it's here, then the spirits might be able to detect it.
It's kind of problematic that you can't do it. Once again proves how useless you are. Using her spiritual affinity, he takes charge of the lesser spirits to examine the ends of the room. She's seemingly falling short as they aren't able to detect anything. That is until one of them sparks up when they reach a vent. Oh, near the bottom back of the room. Interesting.
Now that must be behind the vent.
Hibiki says out loud. The girl to her right was still deeply infatuated by the scene's effects, but nonetheless they did not prevent her from rising to action. Immediately throwing herself on the floor, the girl crawls over to the air vent. Once reaching over there, she can be seen attempting to pry it open with her fingers. Oh, it's screwed shut. I mean, you shouldn't have a problem with ripping it out, I would say.
Onesama, please try to be so loud. We don't want to go there and demonstrate attention.
You say that after the things that happened on the dance floor? Are you kidding me? As she says this, the drunk damsel on the floor immediately punches her way through the vent. Good.
Got it. Onesama!
What? She's done the right thing. Do you have a screwdriver on you? I highly doubt. Now sticking her head in the vent, What? The girl tries to look around for the signs of any books. Why won't you just... Why would... Dude, she's spending way too much time around the dumbass Hibiki. Why would you... Why would you put your hand into the vent? Just reach with the hand. What is wrong with you? It's not like if you freaking put your hands... I say hands. If you put your head there, you will see anything. I bet there is no light inside. So basically, more likely you should use your hand, because that way you will have some light from inside of the room, in the vent. God damn it! I'm in a better mood than yesterday, by the way, guys. Anyway.
Do you see something on Esma?
After a minute of gazing within the dirty, small space, Wendy attempts to exit the vent. What do you mean, exit? At her surprise, her hips have gotten caught in the vent's narrow passage. I can't, man. I can't.
Uh-oh, Hibiki.
Wendy lets out a cry for help as she's trying to exit the vent on her own. But then smash the vent, Jesus.
Yes, Esma. Help me, I'm stuck. What do you mean you're stuck? Just get over here.
The silver-haired girl immediately walks over to the trapped older woman. Upon reaching her, comes to realize exactly what situation the fair maiden had gotten herself in.
Wow! Onessa, your hips are far wider than initially thought.
Shut the hell up. Hibiki is even the most shameless view of girls, but bent over on her knees with her ears sticking out. Luckily she's all clothed. The girl can be seen attempting to wiggle herself to no avail. The lecherous view had given the sister a spilling nosebleed, forcing her to cover her nose because she's messed up in the head.
Hibiki, are you looking? I'm looking, alright. Just help me get out. There is no book in here.
In response to this, Hibiki attempts to grab the girl's waist and pull her out. Hibiki was never one to consider herself physically strong. Of course, she isn't. But she would like to think that the recent exposure to the gym has given her more strength as of late. Girl, you've worked maybe for, what, 2 days? If you think that gave you, like, a lot of strength, then... well, considering you are damp, your dampness will... increase, I guess? As she pulls on the girl's hips, Wendy attempts to push back to get herself out as well.
Come on!
After a minute of this, the girl succeeds in getting her out of the vent, but the recoil of the pulling had thrown the two girls on top of each other. And this doesn't make any sense right now. Now rolling over, Hibiki is seen on top of Wendy, her face pressed firmly on her... I know, maybe like... belly?
Got a whole of lucky firsts today.
Too bad that you didn't get your first death. Hibiki says with a notable spark in her eyes. Upon the collision, something had fallen out from the back of the vent.
Get off me! Wait, is that?
They view that right next to them was a gospel labeled last. Dude, those two are so freaking ridiculous.
My, I see you couldn't help but get started once again.
Liv says, reappearing in the room and taking a look at the pair of women not intimately on top of each other.
Like I said, my sweet little babies will be getting started right now.
Liv says this with a smile plus on her face, but that smile is immediately absent when she takes notice of the blue spirits floating around the room, along with the previously hidden gospel.
My, you two have been some bad girls, haven't you? Aligning ourselves with the Egyptian Orthodox Church is a crime around here.
Shit. GG, Hibiki and Wendy. Dude, failing at something so simple. Now, hovering over the two girls with an evil and amazing grin, Lilith summons her luckies to her side. Lilith summons her luckies to her side, who take the two girls and the gospel, throwing them in the nearby back room and locking it shut. That's me clapping for their failure.
Oh no! What are we going to do? Our cover's blown! We're doomed now!
Calm down.
No, not calm down! I absolutely not!
Please be quiet. Wendy holds her hand to her head, trying to mundane her headache, the mist of the sins effect clouding her mind. Should have made yourself throw up. Funnily enough, I've never done it myself. Haha. Then again, I didn't drink any poison, so... Well, technically alcohol is a poison in a way. But Anyway.
But thank Lilith, she must suspect us now. She must suspect us now.
Yeah, you don't say.
Well, that's what she throw us in here. What are we going to do? What if she throws her sleazeback hornballs at us?
I mean, no one would want to touch you. In the midst of the girls yelling, Wendy was finally building a tolerance to the last spell. Similar to how she did with greed. Slowly but surely, she was starting to feel like herself again. Okay.
It'll be fine, Hibiki. We just need to get that book. Oh, fuck that book! And fuck Lilith! I didn't even want to come here! Now we're going to die! We're going to die and we're going to get some worse treatment! Okay? All because you made me dress like a very loose woman!
Hibiki has reached her limit from dealing with demons, and her sudden first keys. Her emotions have understandably reached an uncontrollable state. What am I supposed to say? Her being around is doing that to me. To a much higher degree.
Hibiki, calm down right now. I have a plan.
Hearing the sternness of her Onésima voice, he makes me speculate she's no longer an probably under influence, but whatever.
Onésima! I'm back.
Are you for?
Oh, thank goodness. Look, I'm going to bust the door open and then we'll immediately separate. They'll probably be looking for both us, so they won't expect it if we come from different angles.
Yeah, but Hibiki is useless.
I'll draw as much attention to myself as I can. While I take down all the guns, you find out where they put that book. But that's dangerous, and there aren't any demons here. Can you control yourself when fighting people?
Why would she control herself? Go all out, girl. Jesus. Hibiki asks, scared of the incoming situation.
I'll be fine. Don't you trust me?
Wendy says charismatically, sure, let's say, brushing off any dust on her dress, and she prepares to kick down the door.
Of course I do. Then over playground. Let's go! Right!
Wendy says kicking the door down, upon exiting the two immediately separately heading to the opposite directions of the club. That's good music. Now, in this situation right now, having some lyrics for the song, absolutely okay, because there is no text we need to read. But when we get the text back, there should be no singing. Why they are still singing? When get seen walking through a group of people, lights flickering, dancing ensuing, her shoulders bounce up and down with confidence as she moves through the crowd, and I bet it's not only the shoulders that are bouncing. She has a strong and determined face on her look, as she gazes across the club looking for anyone that looks like a goon to her look. It seems like they've spotted her as they all start heading towards her direction. Upon their arrival, they immediately start talking. Wendy engages in fisticuffs with the 5 or 6 bodyguards sent by the mistress. Blows and hits get thrown as Wendy attempts to block and defend. Just block and defend? I feel like this will not end well.
I can't use no much power. I might seriously hurt them.
That's fine. Hurt them. That's alright. Don't worry about it. We'll write it up as collateral damage or something like that. We have more important things to worry about, like dealing with a demon. This is like a necessary happening. A side effect. She threw a punch that she severely held back. One goes down as she repeats this with the rest, throwing a high kick and an elbow as she spins around, taking them all down. An elbow. You said... I mean, getting hit by an elbow hurts. I know. Not from a fight, but from long ago playing basketball, as I did get hit with the elbow in the face. It was not nice. Anyway, to onlookers it looked as if they were all dancing with how elegantly she was moving. Not beating down all the goons, she's met with familiar appeal, this one being way bigger than the previously defeated lackeys. What do you mean?
Kiki, I believe still me one good time.
Oh, it's the one from the entrance? The bigger guard from the entrance says.
Oh, my manners, how could I forget?
Kick him in the balls. Kick him in the balls. The two start trading blows, this one being much stronger than the others. Wendy takes notice of the charm around his neck. This charm gives off the appearance of an ankh, but also not at all. Wendy put this thought away for now as she concentrates on the battle. Kick him in the balls. Wendy parries the man's fist with her own, awaiting his force, jumping around him to get a few quick hits in even. Okay. After throwing her high kick, it looks like Wendy has lost her footing. Oh no. Goblin Slayer freaking vibes right now, allowing the guard to hit her with a point-blank strike, presumably knocking her unconscious. Told you, kick him in the balls! Wait, did she actually get knocked out? Are you serious?
What is it? What is it?
Hibiki runs through the several couples trying to follow the path the spirits have laid for her.
At this rate, I'm never going to find it. Everyone, can I get your attention, please?
Really? Across. Really? The club room stops their commotion and averts their eyes over to the stage, their eyes falling upon a silver-haired woman tied to an apparent cross with the duct tape latched upon her mouth. That's what you get for holding back for no reason. Jesus Christ. On a motorbike. God damn it. Should have kicked him in the balls. Told you.
Onissima!
Hibiki says out loud, looking at the captured nun. It brings me great sorrow to announce we have a traitor amongst our group, and that's what Lilith said, not me. The crowd timidly wished laps in anger, booing and cries of disdain emitted within the club's walls.
Do not fear, my beautiful babies. I've already begun subduing those traitors. They were sent by the Egyptian Orthodox Church.
The name of the denomination echoes within the room, as various people within here who have been previously informed of such a church recalled it in recollection.
These members of the church came here to prevent us from having our good time. Now tell me, do you all not want to have a good time? Yeah!
The crowd screams out, completely intoxicated by the sinister spell.
Excellent, now everyone, why don't you show them just how powerful your last is?
How about now? Lilith says this before reaching in the crevices of her breast and pulling out the dark-tinted book. She holds the gospel up in the air as if taunting the blue-haired woman. She then walks over to the confined minx and takes the duct tape off her lips.
Now, my little baby, do you have anything to say for yourself?
I'll be honest, it doesn't look like it's a situation where she can't escape. Again, she should stop holding back, like it's ridiculous. Anyway.
You're pathetic. What was that? I'm saying, people like you, who aimlessly and selfishly force your desires onto another person, are truly pathetic.
But he says this, looking directly into Lilith's eyes with a stern and determined face. Lilith slaps the sister across the face. She's not a sister. Wendy is not a sister. And Wendy's right, by the way.
You damn little kids! You both know nothing about true love. I do know. I've shown it here today, even I myself wanted to be intimate with the other people before, but that does make me a bad person. I know the extent of my own lust, therefore I know how to control myself. Humility can be a real lifesaver. But even so, I'm okay with being lustful at times.
She says with a little blush, recalling the events earlier with the sister, but you should not be proud about that one. Why would you want to kiss Hibiki beyond me?
No, that is not it. Lust should not be withheld. Lust is to give, lust is to take. Lust is to want something so much you'll do whatever it takes to have it. Those who don't let their lives control them have no idea how great the marvelous and true feeling truly is. Who the hell are you to deprive human beings of the greatest feeling in the world? Call me prude then, but I believe there is such a thing as too much of a good thing.
Yes.
Not like a demon like you could ever understand. I'll show my feeling and my passion right now. How I desperately, passionately, carnally want to be the one to who sucks you.
As in punches, by the way. Wendy shoots the demon with a look of determination.
Huh?
Lilith is now fuming with anger as her pink aura consumes the entire stage. But the club's residents are suddenly halted and filled with pink energy. All fully under the sin's captivating spell, the group mindlessly lunges forward to the girl's location. But yeah, you don't matter. Like, shut the fuck up.
Damn it, they all look like zombies.
Hibiki says trying to defend herself from the newly formed intoxicated crowd, which for some reason would go after her, which is not really understandable. No matter how intoxicated I'd be, I would never be interested in her. Losing her step, she trips and collapses on the floor because, well, she's useless. She gazes at the vast amount... Again, the singing. God damn it, it's in the way. She gazes at the vast amount of leading guys, all slowly approaching her with lustful desires.
Oh,
Suddenly, something unexpected happened. Out of frustration or desperation, Hibiki purposely absorbed the large looks of spirits surrounding her. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. She glows a bright white, illuminating a bright divine light. Everyone is blinded by her holy light, causing the perfect distraction that Wendy needed. Needed for what?
Nice going.
Listen, don't say nice going. It's clearly a strike of luck. She was not doing that on purpose.
Chua!
Unbeknownst to Lilith, Wendy had broken free from her constraints and kicked the book out of her hands. You didn't need the light for that.
Damn it, you bitch! Serves right.
Wendy then catapults over to Hibiki's direction, who simultaneously catches the throne book.
Damn it, someone grab those two!
Yeah, shut up.
I am here.
The two girls have their backs pressed against each other as they stare at the surrounded, possessed crowd. I mean, not like Hibiki being there will be any help. I mean, come on.
What are we going to do now?
We? Don't joke like that.
I'm thinking.
Just kick their asses easy. Jesus. Stop holding back for fuck's sake. Hibiki looks down her palms, opening the gospel that she had caught. Her eyes scan the pages looking for any inscriptions or spells that may come to aid, but the problem is she actually can't read!
Hibiki. Hibiki!
She finds the important looking verse and decides to speak it out loud in an ancient Egyptian dialect. Come on. Let me read it. You don't give me to read this? Ah, okay, that's ridiculous. We've been robbed. The crowd that was signaling in on them had momentarily stopped.
What is this? What do you think you're doing? I wanted to manipulate our people. Manipulate, you have it all wrong, my little baby. Our sins come from humans. We are simply enhancing their latent desires. I'll dominate their souls with my lust, and they'll all come to love and worship me as their god. No! You're wrong! Ho 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 ho. Oi, Hibiki, how long can you hold that spell?
Who cares? Just stop holding back!
Not long! This gospel is not under my ownership and I'm fucking useless! Damn it, I knew it, you were useless. If we can cancel out her power like we did with the grid, then we're going to have to find another way to stop her.
You like punch her really, really hard so she drops unconscious? No? Can't you do that? Hibiki thinks to herself for a moment, but that's a very challenging situation considering she has only half a brain cell.
Onésima! Leave it to me!
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Alright.
Oh no.
Go now, I'll just distract her.
Oh no.
Hey, how? Just go.
Oh no. The last person you should trust with anything. Wendy's mind mentally recalled the words Isis had said to her. Overcoming that sin is not the only way to deal with it. Fighting sins with virtue may be given, but embracing that sin is not the bad tactic either. What?
Okay, I just needed enough liquid. If I can find a thing, then I can...
Hibiki runs back around the stage while trying to find a way to help her Onesama. Liquid. Bitch, you are in a nightclub. There is a bar right over there with multiple liquids for sure. What are you talking about? Where are you looking? You dumbass! Jesus Christ, less than a quarter of a brain cell. It's then when a bottle of presumably wine catches her eye.
Is that?
What a dumbass.
Hey, Lilith. You know what? You might be right. Oh, ever since I came to this club, I've only found positive things. Things that make me feel really good, really hot. Ooh, I still find listening to reason. Yes, lust is but a wonderful thing. Won't you give up your faith and indulge in your lust with us?
I mean, technically she doesn't have any faith if you think about it. Chit chatter can be heard string up in the surrounding club.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, the thing is she doesn't have the faith. So Wendy then reaches up to the sides of her dress. Or...
You said before that I gathered the most amount of lust, more than anyone else in the club.
After speaking this, she lightly plays with the hems of her dress, exposing the sides of her breast for all those... merely teasing the onlookers. And I lost all respect for her now.
My, aren't you a naughty girl? Yes, I am. I'm very bad. Naughty girl. And I need to be punished. Would you agree? Yes! Yes! Now that's more like it, everyone. Don't be shy. Ravage that girl to your heart's extent.
Ridiculous. The crowd began to circle when the epic aura illuminates the whole scene as it fills the lake with even more power.
Yes! I can feel it. All your lust, all your love, it's pouring inside me, filling me up. Come on, Hibiki, I just need one chance. Stop being useless. Let's indulge. Make me even stronger and stronger.
Lifting aura grows in power as the group reaches even closer to Wendy. Several hands are about to make contact with her. Feigning to grow and relish in her form. Their lust has completely taken over. Oh boy. But before a single hand could make contact, a scratch of pain could be heard emanating on the stage. Wendy looks up at the stage, seeing the possessed nun drenched in some type of liquid.
No, what is this?
It's something that doesn't make any sense, is it? Turning back, Liv looks at a silver-haired girl who seemingly brought a whole barrel up to the stage with... Yeah, I don't believe she would be able to carry it. Which she presumably drenched her with.
No, this isn't wine. Holy water! I can do as many spectacular moves as Onesama, but I'm able to at least convert even alcohol into holy water through my spirit affinity!
Talk about bullshit. Liv's power starts to diminish. Hibiki is then seen with a stern look on her face while holding the empty bucket.
Dang you, you little brat! Just because of power that gives you no right to control the hearts of the masses!
Shut the fuck up.
You can expect me to love and worship you just because of some false sense of authority!
That's bold saying someone from the church. Lilith can be seen greeting her thief as her bodies and clothing are drenched in the holy waters.
You're not a god!
He says with utmost confidence and determination. She, being a woman of faith, takes her religious practice very seriously and will not stand for any abolition of her faith. When do we throw up? For a demon or even a human to refer to themselves as a god is sheer blasphemy. Especially when her heart is set on a certain blue-haired goddess. Yeah, stop.
Damn you, the brat! When I get my hands on you, I'll...
Now you do that? Why didn't you do that earlier? Should have done... Kadush. Yeah, you should have done this way long before. I mean, come on. With the greed, we knew that greed had some powers that basically amplified the physical abilities and so on. With Lilith, I would say she only is capable of controlling people. That's it. This is so unnecessarily lengthened. It's ridiculous. Wendy, who has been waiting for this chance the whole time, swiftly brushed her hair back and pushed her left heel down, crushing it through the ground. Charged forward, aiming straight for the opposite sister, who did not have any moment to react. Zooming across the room, she lands her fist straight on the sister cheek, delivering a conquering blow, which she should have done like 5 hours ago. The possessed sister's face crashes straight to the ground before her unconscious body falls on top of the wooden cross behind her, crumbling it to pieces. The two girls now stand strong and proudly together, knowing another sin having been successfully defeated, which could have been done well earlier, clearly.
Onissima!
Hooker.
Nice work, Hibiki.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not get ahead of ourselves with that. Wait, there is more chapters? For fuck's sake, I thought this was the last one. Final chapter tomorrow, and everyone, let's end it. Yeah, sorry, this... they did it in a weird way. I feel like... in a stupid way as well. Like, I mean, you clearly could have knocked her out immediately without all that weird stuff. But no, you had to play it out the long way. Unnecessary. Unnecessary. Anyway, that's end the episode. And I'll get recording the next one right after this. The information final chapter got me even more pumped up. Looking forward to the end. Wait. Does it mean that in the last chapter we are going to wipe out all the remaining sins somehow? Because we did wipe out 3, I guess. 4 left. So, dude, we are going to zoom past them pretty fast tomorrow, I guess. On the other hand, I have this weird feeling behind, like, my mind that that's not going to happen and I should expect something else. Anyway, let's end the episode and we will continue tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed and I wish you a fantastic day. Bye bye.